Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn
ourselves, episode 305 on the
305.
bend. Shout out to Kashi. No, I'm just kidding. On the bench. She don't have a big one. I got the little one on now. So yeah, it's good, but it's getting there. Hopefully it'll be gone the next episode. So but
Work in progress, work in progress.
feeling good. WrestleMania weekend. So that's what I've been doing all weekend long.
You see my
My
face.
WWE fans, shout out. Yeah.
Mm.
So, star-studded event so far because I checked out the first night. As we're recording this in between nights, so I haven't seen part two yet. So Snoop Dogg was there, Uzi Vert was there. We had some heavy hitters show up. So yeah,
You said Snoop, so I just started.
because it's in LA, so Snoop had to make an appearance because like WrestleMania is in LA this year. So yeah, so that's Snoop's town, so Snoop had to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
Long Beach.
yeah, LB.
BC.
Oh no, big Snoop Dogg. Shout out
Is
Snoop.
WrestleMania ever going to come to Chicago or no? Maybe not.
We had a WrestleMania in Chicago before. It's been like almost
30
20
years.
years. Yeah. Almost 20. It was 2006. So yeah, going on 20 years. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's
Kids today who watch wrestling wasn't even alive back then. So
yeah,
can
pretty
we?
much, yeah. So a lot of them weren't even born when that WrestleMania happened in 2006 in
Can we
Chicago.
do one in Chicago again?
Yeah, bring it back to Chicago.
That maybe my son might want to go.
me and
Maybe
brother,
you can
me
take
and brother,
Khalil. You can
me
maybe
and
take
brother,
Khalil with you.
me and brother Dave will be out there.
You can take Khalil.
Road here,
Well,
ride.
hell, Marcus will probably want to go with you too. Probably, I want to go. He probably want to go.
We all make a whole day out of it. Yeah, there we go.
Me and Ariana would be chilling. That'd be y'all thing. Y'all can
See if Feast wants to go to.
be y'all thing. We would just hang back. Me and Ari would just hang back.
They get
Not
Feast,
really my cup
Feast
of
is
tea.
saving all his money for the chili peppers this summer, so he's preparing for that one. It'll be at Lollapalooza. That's what Feast is preparing for. So yeah,
I honestly haven't watched wrestling like since the 90s. Like
it's been
I
a
honestly
while for you,
didn't
man.
watch it. Yes, it's like I just fell out of it. Like it just
Hulkamania was still running wild the last time you were.
pretty much like when they went like the sucking and all that. I just
Oh,
yeah,
the
that wasn't.
attitude, you missed the attitude. You
Yeah, I was like, because that was like when I was like near the end of my high school years. Because that was like the thing, the suck it thing was like, yeah,
the
when I was in
Rock
high
and
school.
Stone Cold and all of that.
Yeah, I just wasn't into that.
Mr. McMahon, yeah, you missed all of that.
Yeah,
You
I
got
wasn't
raunchy.
into that.
Then it went family friendly again, like with Cena and all of them came along. Yeah, they said, okay, with enough of this raunchy shit. It's like went family friendly. Cena was there last day. Speaking of, yeah, he was at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
um, he had his appearance. He's become quite the movie star.
He's a movie star now, so
He's like
yeah.
Dwayne. He'd come back occasionally, like and show his face, and then back to Hollywood because it was in L.A. That's why he made an appearance. He's like,
Yeah, he popped in like, hey, and then
did
he
his
popped
thing.
back out.
Yep, Cena was there. But on a serious note, before we jump into this, I gotta say rest in peace, Twan Gabs, yeah, like Chicago rapper. He's the husband of my good friend Tifa. So yeah.
Oh,
I know he was battling some
oh,
health problems for some years now, so I guess he finally succumbed. Yeah, so I just had to say rest
oh,
in peace to Twan. Reached out to Tifa to see how she was doing and everything.
that's so awful.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, the father of her son and everything. Yeah, so yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so prayers to them and their family and everything, hoping that they can that they have a good support system around them because like we always say the hardest part is like after the funeral because then the calls start to dwindle and it's not as many people around, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like now you're just there kind of by yourself,
in the
kind of like
beginning you get
having to
all the
grieve.
love, and eventually it's just you, and then that's when the hard
Yeah.
part is.
And that's the hard part. That's when the reality sets in that your loved one is no longer
Cause yeah, I'll
gonna be
tell
here.
a little personal story. Yeah, like my lady, yeah, like she's was widowed, yeah. She lost her.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked about that process on the beginning. Yeah, everybody's there checking on you, but eventually
Mm-hmm.
it's just you, and that's when like the depression and all of that really sets in. Because eventually, yeah, because you used to be in there with your partner, and now it's just you there,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's there checking on you anymore. So yeah, it can get real dark during those times. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
rest in peace, going out to Twine once again. Just had to
Yeah.
get that out there. But we dive
Mm-hmm.
into this podcast. I saw that pop up on my time. So, oh yeah, because I know he had been sick for years. So
Mm-hmm.
sad story right there.
Yeah.
Well, since we doing the rest in peace, let's just get all of them out of the way. The patriarch of the Wayans family as well too.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He's it was 86. Yeah.
86, yeah. Well, Mr.
Marlon
Wayne,
post,
you
Marlon posted a nice little post about pops. Yeah. So.
mhm. Mr. Wayne, you have like you this is how your chest should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Because your kids are some of the most talented people
Right.
ever, like ever in the
To
history
Marlon
of
is like,
Hollywood.
and everybody in
Ever.
between. Yeah, Keenan to Marlon and everybody in between.
The fact that Keenan put his entire family on the map,
Yeah. Mm.
and then their kids are on the map, and then their kids can be like, he just created this whole dynasty, and all of them, they all have
I'll,
talent, whether
I'll
it
forever,
be in
I'll forever,
front of the camera, behind the camera,
and then
writing,
forever
whatever.
be grateful for in living color. Yeah, part of our childhood.
Mhm. Yeah. Still want to be a fly girl. I really want to be a fly
Hang
girl
out
when I
with
turned
Josie
18,
and
and it
Lisa
just didn't
and
happen.
Carrie Ann and Deidre and
I
Jennifer.
was practicing. I was in there trying to learn the routines. I was like, I can do it, Rosie. I can do
I don't remember the rest of
it.
the names. Only names the ones that I liked. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Deidre,
Carrie
Lisa,
Ann,
Carrie
Lisa,
Ann,
Deidre,
Jennifer, and Josie. That's about it.
Jennifer,
That's the ones I
Josie.
remember.
Josie, I wanted her braids so bad. I wanted the Josie braids. I think all of us wanted the Josie braids in the 90s.
That's the ones I remember.
But Mr. Wayne, rest well, sir. Like I said, chest out, like I know he's proud of his
Looking down,
kids
like, yeah, I did that.
and
Yeah.
the legacy and
Yeah.
the grandkids, because his grandkids are they doing it too. So yeah, big ups to the whole Wayne's family.
All right. Let's talk about a little foolery right now. Then this
Oh God.
Chicago or mayoral runoff is coming up. Oh, thank God. Because I'm kind of over it. Not to give my reasons why I'm not really feeling Vallis or Johnson right now. Vallis is just old and out of touch. Like we talk about that all the time. It's like, yeah, these boomers and
Boomers.
yeah, talk about that all due respect to the boomers, yeah, but
And then
we don't
already
need
did
y'all in
Paul
office.
Vallis
We
because
don't need y'all in office.
like he came to somebody in my one of my high school friends. They posted they was like, "Why Paul Vallis trying to look racially ambiguous? This is the Paul Vallis we met at our school." And they posted we like my friend. Like,
I met
we
Paul
didn't
Vallis
come to
at
our
Kennedy King.
school. And we met him at our school.
I met him at Kennedy King because he came on. It was a talk
We
show
met
coming
him at
up.
Chaz. Yeah.
It was a show called Street Talk that came after because I did Monday with a Monday night party with Johnny. You remember that? Yeah, and it
With
came on
Johnny,
right
yeah.
after us. Yeah, like shout out Kula. Yeah, and it came on right after us at
Cool.
Monday night. And Paul Vallis was a guest on the Street Talk show that came, and I ran the board for the show. Yeah, so I wasn't just the hosting the show with Johnny. I ran the board for that Street Talk show. And Paul
Mm-hmm.
Vallis was a guest on the show. It had to be like 97 or something like that. Yeah. Back in the day, yeah, I met Paul Vallis way back when.
And it had to be around the same time when he came to our high school, like 98, like
That's
97,
when he
around
was
that
the
time too.
superintendent for CPS then.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Maybe
during
about
that.
98. I want to say he came to our high school. I want to say,
Yeah.
around that time. Because I want to say our new edition got put up around that time. Yeah, our high school. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm meeting Paul Vallis
Well, I
way
mean, we've already done the Paul Vallis
25 years
thing.
ago. And my
Yeah,
beef with
we've already done the Paul Vallis thing.
Johnson is like he won't I'm at the age now where tough on crime matters to me. It's like, yeah, like I'm at that age. Like, yeah, I don't want no more politicians like soft on crime. It's like because like I don't want
Yeah.
to get robbed. I don't want to have to use my thing I carry. It's like so yeah, I want yeah tough on crime, and he won't give a clear answer.
Yeah.
Like so that's why yeah. Every time they ask him about
I
yeah
got kids.
he's
I
with
want my kids to be able to grow up.
yeah. Hey, when I was younger, that didn't matter to me, but I'm at that age now. Well, like I want my politicians tough on crime to come down on.
We are the middle-aged people now. The people that we laughed at how our parents were. We are like, oh, mom and dad, y'all are we are that age now. So it's like stuff is important.
Then one
Like
of these little carjackers jacks you and your kids, and then like they get out the next day with a slap on the wrist. Like I don't want that. I don't. That's not what I want.
I don't want that. Yeah, I don't
Put
want
under the
that.
jail. That's
I
what
don't
I
want that.
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
you jacking cars, you get put under the jail. That's where I'm at now. Yeah, that's I'm
And
at
then
that.
I want like the other thing I want like what are you doing with like the schools? Like how are the schools going to look? Like I'm concerned about the school system.
He got the CTU in his pocket, so so that's
That's a concern for me. And then the other thing that's a concern to me, property taxes. That's a real concern of mine
taxes.
now.
As far as Chicago, it is what it is with taxes. It's like because
That's a real concern with me
Chicago's
now, them
very
property
blue, so like
taxes.
taxes are just gonna be high. It's like only way you're gonna change that is if Chicago turns red. So taxes are just gonna be high. It's like it is what it is with
So I was
taxes.
looking at the taxes like,
As long as Chicago's Democrat, it's like yeah, you're not gonna, yeah, you ain't gonna escape that one.
like my house,
Yeah.
like okay,
Kind of is what it is, yeah. But
yeah.
that's my
So
whole question is like just give a straight answer. Like stop on bullshit. And people want to know where you stand. I want to know. I'm people, yeah. Where the hell do you stand on this crime? Like
it is a little bit.
yeah, go ahead, kid.
The mudslinging thing I just don't like because that's what I'm seeing now. Because like literally in my mailbox, I literally had like those little flyer things. I had what maybe 4 to 5 flyers, and then some of them like vote Paul Vallis, then vote Brandon Johnson. It's like I literally had like 5 of those stuffed in, telling me this is who you should. And then it's like Paul Vallis is racist, and then it's like Brandon Johnson is what they say about it. Like, oh, the thing they're saying now about Brandon Johnson, they said something about that he owed money to the city of
Yes.
Chicago. Like he had unpaid bills.
He ain't pay his tickets, yeah, which is hilarious.
His
Which is hilarious.
answer did made me laugh though. That made me laugh. He was like everything has been taken care of now. He said that he's current on everything now.
Paid him
And he was
because like
like,
because the story got out. That's why he paid him.
he said real talk. He said it doesn't make me. He said me having unpaid bills makes me a Chicagoan. He said that.
Come on, that's stupid.
That made me laugh out loud.
Come on, bro.
That made me laugh out loud though.
So what do you? So I look at it. So what
I
are you
was like,
saying?
good one.
Look at it. So what are you saying? Niggas don't pay they pay their bills. That's what you said. That's all that
He
has
said
to.
that makes me Chicagoan. He just said that makes me
We know
Chicagoan. He
what you
said
mean,
because
man. Come on. I read between the lines saying niggas don't pay their bills. That's what you're implying.
Chicago made me laugh because like the whole thing, Chicago is a very expensive city to
I
live in.
was,
Unless you plan ahead, you gonna
I
be
was
on the
reading
wrong
it between.
side.
I was reading it between the lines. What he said. That's what I heard. He said niggas don't pay their bills. He didn't say that, but that's what I heard.
I laughed though. I was like, yeah, Chicago is expensive unless you plan ahead.
I saw
Then
this
you can end up
sign.
on there. You can end up on a payment plan.
I saw this sign a block from the house, and I'm about to post it. Yeah, which is like for dumb Negroes that don't that are politically illiterate, they would see this and feel some type of way. This sign, both Malice and Mayor in MAGA 2024. Don't know who
Why is
planted
that
this.
on there
This
though?
wasn't valid as people who planted this. So I don't know who planted that there, but like I've been seeing these signs pop up all over the city. I'm like, that's clearly like somebody that's trying.
Be specific. All over the South Side, right?
Yeah, South Side, pretty much. Yeah,
All over the
you
South
ain't gonna
Side.
see
There you
that
go. Be
shit
specific.
downtown or up north. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I don't go out west, so I don't know what
And
goes on out west.
I haven't been over there
Yeah.
enough to see if it's
I don't go
signs like
out
that,
west.
but I
Yeah.
saw them all up and down Stony Island and there's all over east. I saw them. But yeah,
Over yeah, South Side. Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, clearly,
Seems a
like,
little strategic.
yeah. It might not
I'll
even
just be glad when
it
it's
might not even be
over.
Brandon Johnson's people. It might just be somebody who doesn't want Paul Vallis to get elected.
Chance to win,
Just
yeah.
like somebody that's third party that's planting the shit is like, yeah. Because if it's Johnson, you're an asshole for if you did if it actually did.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah,
I don't
I
think
think
that's
it's just
him doing it.
it's
I don't
probably
think that's
not.
him
Yeah, I
doing
think
it.
it's just some overzealous like it could be a hotel, some overzealous something like that. It's like, they went and printed their own signs up and are planting those signs all over.
Dr. Umar Johnson, we see you.
Yeah, Umar Johnson.
Right.
Umar Johnson.
Not Brandon Johnson, Umar Johnson. We see you.
Cousins, same daddy.
His actual cousin, not like the no Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, like Frederick Douglass is Umar Johnson's cousin. That's right.
Actual. Let me stop.
Frederick Douglass Academy opening fall of 2024. I'm watching you. I'll be watching in the fall of 2024. We're gonna come back to this conversation.
We'll see.
Watching you. I want to
But
see
I'll be glad when this is over. Tuesday can't come fast enough because I'm sick of like them. I'm sick of them stuffing my mailbox with them pluggers. I'm sick of them stuffing them in my mailbox.
and I don't
Sick of
remember the
it.
last runoff being this annoying. Like was Lori and Preckwinkle this annoying? I remember the Chewy Garcia one
No,
being kind of annoying. I remember seeing his signs everywhere. So I kept joking. I said he should have like bit like
vote for Chewy.
vote for Chewy. That's what his sign should have said. I remember joking about that in that runoff with Rom and Chewy. So he should have was
I
just
saw several here around the areas where the demographic is like heavily Latino. I saw a lot. I saw you know how they have like the fence where like they put like the cups. You know how they do like the plastic cups. They have like the letters spilled out. I saw that like on a fence somewhere. I was like, oh, because it said Chewy in big letter. It was like Chewy. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah. If Johnson
Like
was
he
just
got
giving
his
an answer
people.
about this crime shit, then he get my vote. But right now it's like, yeah, stop being wishy washy.
Yeah, you got a crime. Okay, here's the thing.
Stop
Like
stop being a
everything isn't
politician. Stop being a politician is what I'm saying.
politician robotic.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Everything isn't black and white. It is shades of gray, but it's no gray in crime. It's just not. It's like crime, either you do crime or
You're
you
tough
don't.
on crime or you're not tough on crime. It's like, yeah.
Like crime is not a black and white issue. It's not. I mean, excuse me, crime is a black and white issue. It's not a gray issue, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gray. You can't be like, well, no, it's like, are we going to hold these people accountable? Let's be accountable for it.
That's where I'm
Because
at.
what happens is these kids, like I said, a lot of these kids,
That's why I
they out
carry.
here
Why,
because
why I carry. If you're gonna be soft on crime, I'm gonna be tough on crime. That's why I carry.
these kids out here, a lot of these
At
kids,
least my
they
damn
see
self,
stuff,
man.
they think it's cool. And then what happens is, especially like these older people get these kids to do it because they're like, oh, these kids are good. No, let's hold people
Adam
accountable.
Toledo.
Yeah,
Happened with him, yeah.
unfortunately.
He was running with some older cats that were like
Yeah, and that's what
getting
happened.
cars. It's like, yeah, he got
And
caught.
that's what
He's the one who
happened.
got shot by the cops. Yeah.
And that's what happened. These older
They
guys,
say if
like
you get caught, yeah, like you're a minor, yeah, you would get out the next day. It's like, yeah, if I get
mhm,
caught, I'm doing 10 years. It's like that.
mhm. These older people are putting the stuff on these kids. That's what's happening.
Yeah, they'd send you home to your parents if you get caught. So that's why
And
they
we
have.
gotta figure out the link in, about addressing crime. And then on top of that, like let's address the crime first. And then let's see the root of crime. Let's see what we can do to, on top of being tough on crime, let's see
Yeah,
ways
like
that
that's
we
the
can
next problem.
prevent
Like right
crime.
now is always treating the symptoms. Is like getting tough on crime. Then you got to find out what's causing
What's
the
the cure?
what's the United to cure, right? But
What's the
right now you
cure?
got to treat these symptoms though. So yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
especially we live in Chicago and yeah, it's like yeah, we got to treat the symptoms first, then figure okay like why is there so much crime to begin with? Then you figure
And
that
let's
part out.
figure out how to address it.
Yeah, that's where I stand on that.
Mm-hmm.
Want to stay in politics,
Sure.
typically national politics. Let's talk about former President Donald Trump. Indicted about the whole Stormy Daniels nonsense. It's
See?
like because allegedly he used campaign funds to like get paid to pay the bribe, and that's because at first it's like okay, like he paid a broad hush money, who cares? But
He paid the
if
mistress.
if
Who
you if
cares?
you using campaign money, that's the problem. It's like the source's money. If he's paying it with his own money, like that's his problem. You know?
BFD.
Like, yeah, it's like
BFD.
you
That's
pay your
between him and
flag
his
so you can be
wife.
quiet. It's like, yeah, that's between you and your
Only
wife.
one who should be mad is Milani at that point. That's the only one who needs to be mad. If he pay out his money, hey, dude, you taking money out of our account to pay this bitch? That's
Yeah.
the only one who needs to be mad is his wife.
But if you misappropriating campaign funds, like that's where
Yeah.
the issue is. So that's why he's expected to turn himself in Tuesday, is what it's saying. So that's gonna be
Lot Tuesday. What's Tuesday? The what Doc Brown say? The what did Doc Brown say on Back to the Future? Like, this is like the day of the equilibrium, the space time continuum or whatever.
oh
The
yeah,
equilibrium,
November 5th,
whatever.
1955. On
Like,
November
this is
12th,
just like the date that
1955, yeah, November 12th when the lightning bolt hit. Yeah. Must be
it's
something.
just it's like it's April 4th, just a date there. It's like just aligns with everything.
I guess
It's
so.
like
Yeah, because I saw that. Yeah, that it's because he was indicted on, was it Thursday or Friday? I forget which day. Like he got indicted, but him being a former president is not you can't just show up into his house and slap the cuffs on him. It was like a whole.
no, you can't do that.
This has
No,
never happened. He's the first
this
ex-president
is
ever to like be
well
charged with a crime. It's like this has never happened. Yeah.
Nixon looking like Nixon looking like yeah.
I am not a crook.
Nixon got out of there.
He resigned. Yeah, he got the hell up out of
I
there.
am not a crook.
But yeah, that's where we at now. Yeah, he it's a process. Yeah, with him. Yeah, it's a whole thing that you
For,
gotta.
for the dump, like I said, for the cheap seats in the back, like we always say, because people, well, why are you getting rid? It's like okay, you can't take funds that are for something else, and like no, you
Especially
can't
like
do that. That's
especially that because let's put ourselves in the shoes. It's like if you donated to somebody's campaign and you found out they giving your money to Stormy fucking Daniels, it piss you off.
a porn star. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like this is like to get you, yeah. Like I
just
was
to
like
get you elected.
I was supporting your campaign. Well, you giving it to this bitch? You be like that?
Because elections cost a lot of money, a
Yeah.
lot, a lot of money. But
And
if you're like, you
Trump,
got deep
yeah,
pockets,
he still was popular, so people were like his MAGA
yeah,
supporters still were donating money, even though he didn't need it. He was a billion. He
he
could have
didn't need it.
funded his own,
He
like
could,
Willie
yeah, he could have
Wilson. It's
funded.
like, he could have Willie Wilson that, but yeah, like but people like Trump, so they were giving him money still, even with him not really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if he was using campaign dollars, that's what they're investigating. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't see Trump doing jail time. I see either this gets dismissed because of a witch hunt or he gets like a slap on the wrist, like a fine and
He's gonna get
probation,
slapped
something
on the
like that.
wrist.
It's gonna be one, or if it doesn't get dismissed outright for lack of evidence, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be one of the two. Either like the judge is gonna dismiss if due a lack of evidence, or it's gonna be like, well, you found guilty, but you get like 6 months probation and like a $20 fine. It's like be some bullshit like that.
$20 fine.
Be some bullshit like that. It's like
It's $1,000 fine and 5 months probation, and some community service.
he has to do a live he has to go do a live version of The Apprentice, like at a shelter.
And 3 hours of community service. It's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
that, or it's gonna get dismissed. That's what I see. If
it's
y'all
gonna I think
expecting
it's gonna
Trump
be
to
some
do
bull.
time, it's like y'all gonna be
No, he's not gonna do time.
ready to get disappointed if you expecting this dude to do time.
If I see him, if they do send him, I'm gonna be like, oh, if I see he does, I'm gonna be thoroughly surprised. I'll be shocked. I will. I'll be the first to say that. I will be
I'll
shocked
be
if he gets
I'll
time.
be shocked if he does any if
I
he
do the
time.
I do the Diane on the GIF of her, Marseille Martin when she was clutching the pearls. I would clutch pearls if he got time for real, because I don't see it happening. I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening.
All right. Let's get off of the bullshit then. I just had interest on that. Talk about the 2023 class, the Hall of Fame class for the basketball Hall of Fame. There's some big names in this one, yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Shout out Dwayne Wade. He's in it. Dirk Nowitzki.
The stork shot.
Pau Gasol.
How? I was like, yeah.
Tony Parker. These are all
Okay.
very deserving. Of
Yeah.
course, Tony's coach, Pop
Pop.
Popovich is going in. Yeah. Don't forget about Becky Hammond. Yeah, at the three. Yeah, she's in there too. Yeah.
Outside of Phil Jackson, Popovich is probably my favorite coach. He probably is.
I grew up watching Showtime, so I like Pat Riley too. But yeah, Pops are
It's
like.
Phil Jackson for me in there. Probably Popovich. Probably Pop. Probably Pop is next.
I used to like Doug Collins too back in the day when he was close to
Mhm.
Bulls. I like Collins. There's a lot of coaches I like.
Popovich would just be like, he said, give him some nasty. When he said, give me that nasty. And you knew exactly what he meant when he said, give him nasty. Like we need some nasty.
I say he's well, it's like it's probably three names. It's like the group as far as the goats, as far as coaches. So who's the Mount Rushmore? I need a fourth name. The three names, of course, Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, and then Red from the Celtics, the Russell Celtics from back in the day. So who will be that fourth name as far as like goats for coaches? That's what the fourth one's gonna be tough. Fourth one's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to think about that. But
Is
that's
it
the
Pat Riley?
maybe it's Riley. Yeah, Showtime was hot. It could.
Riley?
Showtime was hot, man. It could be Riley. And he won a title with Miami as well 2 years later. Yeah,
Yeah.
he led the Knicks to the NBA Finals.
The
Like, yeah,
Knicks,
so
yeah.
yeah, they made a finals during the against
I
Elijah
think that
Wan.
he's a good I think he makes a case.
Yeah,
He definitely
Riley
makes a
could be that
case.
fourth name. Yeah. The
Mhm.
other three is like this. No, that's
Yeah,
one.
other three is
This
like
one is
not.
like it's not even up for debate. If you say like those other three are not up there, then you don't know shit about
You don't
basketball.
know basketball. Yeah.
You don't say that
Just see yourself out right now.
Phil
See yourself.
Jackson, Greg Popovich, and Red are back. If you don't
Yeah.
agree with those, then
You
you
don't
don't.
know it.
The fourth one now is up for debate. Like I said, I'm going with
Yeah.
my guy Riley. I don't give a shit. It could be somebody else you might want to put there, but I'm going with Riley. But congrats, yeah, the class of 2023.
Yeah,
Had
all
a few,
deserving.
couple of former Bulls are like, yeah, Wade and Powell. They didn't
And
play
now
Chicago. They weren't here long, but yeah, they did play for the Bulls.
we can claim them. They part of us.
Wade did one season, Powell did two. So yeah. And Powell
We
made
can
an
claim
all-star
them.
game when he was with the Bulls. So yeah, it definitely
Hmm.
helped.
And then Waves from Robbins, so close enough. Chicago boy, close enough.
Yeah, so yeah.
Close enough.
Couple of Bulls, yeah. So I'll
Mhm.
take it. Tony
Tony's
Parker.
daddy's from Chicago. So I mean we take that too. His daddy from Chicago. So yep. I don't know how we can tie Popovich to Chicago. I'm trying to make everybody tie to
Wow,
Chicago at this point.
Dirk Nowitzki.
How can we tie Dirt to Chicago? He likes some Chicago style pieces. I don't know. Just making up stuff at this point.
Make up stuff. It sounds believable.
It's unbelievable because I mean, food in Chicago has some of the best food. So hey, that's a
Just think
believable thing.
he was hanging out with Paul Vallis eating Harold's chicken. Yeah, so he didn't see He
No.
didn't see Dirk was in the background in that picture too.
Well, Dirt did have the foil, the place with the foil on his top when he would go to the game. He had his foil plate going to the game, bringing his at home meal. Like Dirk ain't too he ain't too good to like bring leftovers to the stadium. I like it. I like seeing that.
Yeah,
But well deserving. Like I mean,
all of them.
one
Yeah,
thing that one thing that now this is just starting to feel like it's just we're getting older because these are all players that we remember in their prime.
I remember every one of them getting drafted. It's like that's what I can
Oh
say. Like, I
no!
remember every
Oh
single.
no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Dirk,
No!
Dirk
No!
was first. I want to say I remember him. Yeah, because he was 90 that 98 class.
Yeah.
The Wade was part of the world famous
Oh three.
2003 class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saul was part of the '01 class, the Kwame Brown class. He was part of that. He was and Tony, I want to say he was in that same class. I want to say he was either 2000 or 2001. I forget which year Tony was.
Mm-hmm.
I remember every one of those drafts.
Yeah. Ask do I now that you said that I might ask do I now and I
Yeah,
just kind of blocked out my memory. I was like, I remember all them playing their prime.
because Dirk was a
All them in their prime, I remember.
Nazi draft. I remember that because he Dirk went number 9. And shout out the Dallas pulling off the heist of the century with that one. Because Dallas didn't originally draft Dirk. He was like just like Kobe, he was a draft day trade. It's just like Chris Webber and Penny Hardaway. Yeah, I'm giving some like dropping some gems right now. It's like Milwaukee drafted Dirk. They drafted him at 9, yeah, and then and Dallas had drafted at number 5. They took tractor trailer, like you don't even know who that is, probably, yeah, but number exactly, yeah.
Shout out broadcast boys on TikTok. Who?
Yeah. But Milwaukee really wanted tractor trailer. They for whatever reason they really wanted this guy, and then Dallas always wanted Dirk. They said, okay, we can get him, but like people really didn't know Euro players like that then. So they said he'll probably still be there at 9. So like, yeah, we'll wait. It's like, yeah, okay, Milwaukee, take him with your 9th pick. We'll draft tractor trailer at 5 because like trailer probably wouldn't have went all the way down to number 9. So yeah, and then the draft they trade Dirk along with another guy for tractor trailer. And guess who they traded the other guy for? Like they moved that second player to the 3rd team. They traded him to Phoenix for Steve Nash. So basically, you got Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash for tractor trailer, a guy you probably never even heard of. Dallas pulled up the heist of the century.
So you got 2 MVPs and essentially
one dude that was out of the league, who's a bust, is like who's out of the league in like a few years.
You got 2 top 50, 2 top 75 players. 275, 2 top 75.
I forgot about that one. I was right. The dude, the other guy they traded to Phoenix for Steve Nash. I totally forgot about that.
So are they doing this like kicking themselves? Are they just kicking themselves for that?
Yeah. Well, it worked out for them in the end. They ended up getting Giannis years later.
They ended up getting Giannis.
So I mean, no, they were
like 15 years later, you get Giannis.
It took a while to get out of that mess, but yeah, they had to be patient. They said we playing the long game. They got a title too. But
they said trust the process.
They said trust the process. They ended up getting one finally. Like Dallas got one first, but Milwaukee ended up eventually getting one.
Yeah.
Okay. So both teams did win championships. So like, so you're up. Yeah. Like, it took you 15 years to get another guy. But
15 years later, but
think about that team in 01 and 98. Like they could have won one then. Could remember what Milwaukee looked like then. You could have had
Ray Allen.
Whiskey and Ray Allen on the same team in their prime.
Yeah, they had Ray Allen, sharpshooter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine those two together in their prime.
They had Jesus Shellsworth on that team.
Yeah, that was when he played for with the Bucks. That's when he got game.
He was Jesus. He was Jesus Shellsworth. They had that team.
Could have had Ray Allen and Dirk Nowitzki on the same team if he wasn't dumb. I wonder who that GM was. Like I know he's fired. Who's the Bucks GM in '98? I want to know. I need these questions answered. I'm just saying.
Shout out Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban be pulling rabbit's eye hats.
Because he knew that
he knew how to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Like he's like
it's like yeah. We can
wasn't Mark Cuban like barely 30 during that time? Like he was the youngest.
Just bought the team, yeah. He was the youngest.
He was barely 30, yeah. He was at 31 or something like that.
Because he was smart. Like he did this. He was at one of these. He was like one of these .com billionaires that got out early. He said, "Okay, this .com shit ain't gonna last." He sold his company. That's when he bought the Mavericks. Like after he sold his company, I'm sure that company went bankrupt probably a year later. Something like that.
.com. We know about the .com. They was hopping, and then by 2003, all of them were gone. By like 03, 04, all of them was gone.
Made his billion. He said, "You know what?
Everyone was gone.
I want to own an NBA team." So yeah, he sold his company and then bought the Mavericks. That's what he did.
And now he's a Shark Tank.
Wonder who bought his company, what they doing right now. They probably work for Shark Tank. Yeah, he's a boom right operator on Shark Tank. I'm talking shit.
Where are they now? We need to where are they now on that.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
What you got, kids? I got a lot.
Basketball. So now the Final Four has happened. So now we have the last two standing, and then there were two.
Yeah.
So we got UConn and San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't have a dog in this race at all. At all.
UConn has the legacy, but like I said, I don't follow NCAA like that, but the UConn historically is one of those teams that's always good.
Yeah, UConn's always been good, but they always have been able to,
San Diego State is the surprise, so a lot of people go with that story.
They went on a buzzer beater They
Yeah,
did San Diego because it was Marcus like, yeah, that first game in there on buzzer beater. I'm like, because of course he was watching uh Final Four, of course he
yeah.
was watching.
Championship game will go down tonight as this airs because it always airs Monday. Yes,
Yeah,
so it'll be like when you hear this, the championship will be tonight. Yeah, it's a championship
I
game.
know he'll be watching. Leave him up, make sure the kids are, to bed and all that stuff. Because it's spring break with the kids, but make sure that they okay. Daddy trying to watch Daddy trying to watch the NCAA championship, so let him watch it.
Big weekend for my college fans. Like I said, y'all know my feelings on NCAA, but yeah, big for all my college hoop fans. I was more into WrestleMania than the Final Four. That's all I'm
I was
saying.
just like this on both. Like my son's birthday is coming up, Khalil's birthday. When you guys hear it, Eric, it'll be Khalil's birthday. So that's what I was like thinking about. Getting the baby's birthday together. So as y'all hear, I had to do two in a row, 2 weekends in a row, birthdays.
Aries season, baby. Yeah.
I didn't plan like that, but I mean that's just how it happened. But hey, at least I can knock them both out. Like, okay, you get a birthday, you get a birthday. Like, yeah, yeah.
And it
Now we
sucks for me
good.
'cause I actually only person I gotta actually buy gifts on my birthdays.
Yeah, you do.
Dave asked me that shit. I was like, yeah, it's like, so you buy. So I went shopping for Ariana on my birthday. Are you buying gifts on your birthday? Yeah, that's how it worked. I'm the only person that buys gifts on his birthday for others, for somebody else, because hers is the day after mine. So yeah, so I was actually shopping on my birthday for her gift.
Gift.
I'm
And then
the
you had
only
to give
person
Mr.
that
Khalil's
does that.
gift too.
The only person that does that, that buys my birthday gifts for somebody else on his
I
birthday.
promise it wasn't planned like that. I promise it was not planned like that at all.
We have an update. We'll stay in the sports arena,
Oh,
I guess. Yeah. We talked big about Jonathan Majors last week. Well, we have an update. The plot thickens. Now the girl is saying that it was bullshit. As I said, that it really didn't happen. Is like I think because like what we talked about, I think that cab did have dash cam in the footage.
that's what I heard.
Exonerated him. Well, we haven't seen it yet, but apparently they have. The lawyers have. Whatever.
You ain't got no case, boo. Because lawyers know one thing lawyers know how to do is they know how to lawyer. Lawyers can lawyer. And they saw they was like, okay, this is bull. Because lawyers want to go to court to win. Let's be honest. They want to go to court to
Oh
win.
yeah, you
If
definitely
you
want
look
to
and you
win.
see like, okay, nah, bruh. Like I ain't gonna touch that.
Yeah, the girl recanted her story, saying, "Yeah,
I saw that when they said she recanted. I was like, which is why, like I said, we treaded lightly with it. We're like, okay, if it is that, then okay, yes, and but if it's not, I hope there's some footage or something. Like, I
and
hope
we,
it's
I was saying we so predicted that. I was like, most if you're just dumb, if you like a cab or like an Uber or like
Uber
any kind of
driver,
car
whatever.
service is like, and you don't have a camera, you're just dumb.
You
Like
have to have a
for
camera
your safety, first
for
of
your
all, yeah, it's
safety.
like how many Uber drivers have been jacked? It's like yeah, for your safety. It's like yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you need that that camera in there. Yeah, so like most of them do have the camera set up recording the whole time. Yeah.
If you don't get jacked, you have somebody who's like belligerent, whatever, and then they try to give you a low star, and then your driving could be in jeopardy now. Now you may not have your job anymore. Then you just roll back the footage. Like, no, this person was belligerent. I had to kick him out of my car.
They have them like that happens like when the person is just such an asshole and you just pull over and say, okay, just get out of my car. I'm not taking.
Right. You don't
Then
have to
now the
like.
person now the person becomes even more irate after that. It's like
Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to deal with that. Like at the end of the day, you're just trying to make money to provide to take care of yourself and your family or whatever. You don't deserve to be
pull
treated
over and
like
then cancel the
trash.
fare
You
in
don't
front of
deserve
you. You'll
that.
say, oh yeah, I canceled the fare. Get out of my car. Yeah, so yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
gave you your money back too. Yeah, get out of my car. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
cancel it. Yeah, get out. Yeah, I'm not driving. You get out of my car.
Yeah, these people be, especially like I said, when if a substance are like alcohol, like it really gets people. If people really act a fool and they get
This is
something they sense,
I'm
really
once
act a
again
fool.
YouTube rabbit holes. This is like whole series of videos like that of just like Uber like Uber tales and shit like just like it's like a whole like I'll be watching. I'm in the
It's
shit
basically
like
taxi
that.
cab confessions with Uber, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
with just assholes that just like flip out on Uber. Like the driver say, hey, "Get the fuck out of my car." Like,
I
the person
agree.
becomes even more irate. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, get out of my car. Like, I don't have to take. I canceled the fare already. Yeah, get out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that to like clear your name too. It's like, see, this person was an asshole the whole time. That's
Yep.
what.
Because
Yes.
I've known somebody who worked for Uber and they had to like do that. And once like the Uber saw that they
They
weren't
removed
because
that.
the
They
person left
removed
them like
that
a
rating.
really bad review
They
and
removed
but
everything.
they had their proof though. They had their proof that the person was acting a fool.
Funniest review I saw, well, I'm going controversial here. It wasn't Uber, but somebody said somebody was blue black, which is totally ridiculous. So you know a Negro wrote this review. Only our people use phrases
Gosh.
like that.
But you
Blue black.
gotta act right though. You have to act right. You can't act a fool and expect that. I mean, respect is a two-way street. You can't be like, you give me all the respect and I give you none. It doesn't work like that. That's not how
I
life
haven't,
works. It just
yeah,
doesn't work like that.
I haven't seen this Jonathan Majors video, but like, let's fill in the blanks. Like, for what we do know is what I think happened is it started out like they just said is like he got a text from some girl or whatever,
I'm gonna act it out.
and then like she's like, oh, yeah, who texting you and all that. She like tried to grab the phone and see he wouldn't give it to her, and then she got physical first. She like hit him first, but and he like put her there. He's a big guy to like restrain her. He
Yeah.
held her, yeah. So that's where like so he like yeah, you got to hold the restrain, yeah, like yeah.
I saw the guns on the trailer of Creed 3. I was like,
You saw
oh.
her,
I was like, oh.
and he probably did like lock her up to like, hey, calm your ass
Mm-hmm.
down. It's like, which as guys sometimes do, hey, you calm the fuck down. It's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably what it was more like, yeah. But it looked like, oh, he attacked me, and I was like, nah, you you were the aggressor.
Ladies, we gotta keep our hands to ourselves too.
Shout out to all
some
the
guys,
shout out
some
to
guys ain't as gentlemanly as other men, so let's say like that.
shout out to all the Negroes who like were playing that card, the what about Dana White card? He's the new Brett Favre, I guess. It's like because they're like, yeah, you arrested. But I heard more about this Jonathan Major story than I heard about Dana White. It's like that Dana White story was kind of everywhere. Like TMZ posted that, so like if
Mm-hmm.
TMZ got it, it's everywhere. It's like yeah,
Yeah, it's TMZ
it
be
was
on
kind
that.
of everywhere. So you lie. So first of all, we determined that was a lie that you didn't hear. You might not have heard about it on Gossip or like the Shade Room,
The
but yeah,
shade room.
you heard about it on TMZ and E News and shit. Like they were talking about Dana and
Mm-hmm.
ESPN. They were talking about Dana White. And shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the nigger sites weren't talking about it doesn't mean that it wasn't.
People, people had.
Yeah, so stop the cap. That story was big. It's like, and
Answer.
similar, just like with the and we saw that video, and just like we talked about his wife slapped him first. It's like yeah,
She
she was
did.
the aggressor. Yeah, we
She
saw the Dana White video.
she did. She slapped him. And
That's
then
why
my thing
that's
is,
why that's why I put it on both parties. To say like a man should never hit a woman, but a woman should never hit a man because
right, both
yeah,
people at the end of the day,
because
let's
of
just
that.
say
Because if he retaliates, now you want to play the victim. It's like yeah.
let's
Because
keep our hands to
if I hit a
ourselves.
dude and I get punched, people like they say, "Well, you deserve that." So,
You
yeah,
deserve it.
nobody's gonna feel sorry for me if I punch a guy and then he knocks me out and shit. I've had that coming and shit. I hit him first. It's like yeah.
Exactly.
But when women try to play that card, it's like the victim card. Well, you shouldn't go around hitting dudes. Then it's like
At the end of the day, people, let's just keep our hands to ourselves. And if you feel like you're getting heated, you need to separate as quickly as possible, especially like wrong thing, don't in a confined space like a car, an elevator, just someplace just look like don't nothing little where you can't spread out. Like you need
our
to
biggest stories were either in cars and elevators. Like
you gotta separate.
Ray Rice and Quavo were elevators, and Chris Brown and Jonathan Majors were cars. It's like
You
some
gotta
people
separate.
cars and elevators.
You guys separate. I said the small space. It's wrong. Like I said it's just nothing good can come out if you call somebody in a small space. Nothing good can come out of that. What are you doing? Like that's not the moment to confront somebody. It's just
Once
not
again, just like the
because
Uber driver, if you're
Tipper
driving,
Square.
pull up and say, "Okay, get the fuck out of my car." Yeah, if you like,
Tipper Square.
if I'm driving and
Tipper
you acting
Square.
crazy, I'm pulling over. Okay, you got to go because I don't want to. I'm not going to jail, so you got to get out.
And you could tell the way his wife when his wife slapped him. That probably just happened. That's Tuesday night for them probably.
Yeah,
Like I'm sure that's not the first time she slapped him. I'm sure it's not. Like they just seem like
they just seem like a toxic couple.
they seem toxic. Yeah, it just seems like okay, I slap him, he hits me, and then we be mad. I'm crying. He buys me something, and then we have makeup sex. That's what it feels just toxic. That's what it feels like to me. Just look at that. I don't know those people, but it just looks very. It just looks very. It just does.
Yeah. Well, on a serious note, the Tennessee school shooting. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that. I have that on mine too. I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's 6 people, including 3 children. Yeah, were shot and killed.
9-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like these are baby like nine. These are babies.
You got to harden the schools. It's like I don't know why. Like why aren't schools like airports? It's like you can't just walk in an airport like that. It's like you need to make it as tough to get into school as it is to get in the fucking airport. It's like it needs to be like that. It's and for what I one thing I saw, which I kind of agree with now because I don't know if you've seen any of the videos of the shooter like
I
entering.
haven't because I just my heart is just like I said because like me mentally I have a second grader, so it's like mentally
Yeah, so this is a
Uvalde.
little different than Uvalde and stuff. It wasn't like
It's yeah, it
the
was
first story came out of them that the door was unlocked, but it wasn't unlocked. Yeah, the killer shot the doors out, shot the glass out. Yeah. So what you need to do, like when we go to Harold's, it got bulletproof glass. Like schools need to have bulletproof glass now, just like Harold's. It's like all schools, like I say, add that bulletproof glass, like, and then have security posted at every single door. Every door should have security. Like, yeah, armed security posted at every door and bulletproof glass. Like, that's what you need at schools now.
Mhm.
And like what was good about, I won't say good, but what was thankful with this situation, why it wasn't more casualties, because this your kids probably go through it. So they go through the shooter drills like that now. Like
Yeah, because they
I
do
was
it with
like
my
back in the day we had just fire drills. Now they go through the active shooter drills. They do.
yeah.
Yeah. And like the students were prepared when the students started. They most of the students were able to like stay out of sight because of they had done their drills. So like that's why it was only like 3 students and like 3 faculty members because like they were able to get out of sight as soon as it started. So this is why it wasn't more casualties than it was because of that. Thankfully, because of that shooter drills actually worked. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I mean, like as a parent, it's just every day when you see your child at school, you don't expect your child to just not come home. You want to be able to pick up your child from school. You want to drop them off, pick them up, and how was your day, and just have that. So as a parent, it's like it's just getting exhausting. Like I said, I hear you with like the bulletproof glass and like having the arm, but it's like where is like in the budget? Where is that going to come from? Because like we know that that type of stuff that costs money. Like you have to put that in the budget.
All I'm saying, I'll bring it back to that. I was waiting for that question. Yeah, if you could
Like we
send
have to do it.
you could send billions over to Ukraine. It's like you could. I
Fair
rather
point. Fair point.
I rather my money and shit go to the fucking to fit the schools, like the bulletproof glass and
Reallocate.
armed security, and sending money to fucking Ukraine. That's just how I feel and shit.
And my thing that I'll go with, I'll say, I think that honestly, just everything just needs an overhaul. I think everything, like from the budgeting to just the way that everything is everything just needs an overhaul. Like it's more like, and then the way to do it is like, you don't have to raise taxes. You don't have to do like, don't, let's look and see what we have and let's see,
Trim the
get your,
fat. Trim the fat.
get your, do this, get your pie. You know how you got the pie graph. Okay. So this amount goes here, this amount, like, work your pie graph and
Right.
see what you can cut and what you can. Because I mean, like in our budget, like as regular people, when we look at our budget, well, you ain't getting extra money coming in every month like that. We just regular working people. So
Yeah.
you look at your budget, you like, okay, gas went up because they don't care about us. Gas is going back up. Okay, so let me go ahead. Okay, I don't use stars right now anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of my star subscription. So
Oh
then
yeah.
that way I can cover my
BMF,
extra gas.
BMF ended. I get rid of my stuff.
There you go.
Like that.
You do things like that when you're a regular person and you looking at, like I said, the food prices are going crazy. Some of the stuff, like I was looking at groceries I bought for for
Man,
2 days of dinner, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, this is about 80, maybe $85. It was $109.
eggs were out of control at one point. They've come back down to reasonable
It
prices,
come
but
back down
eggs were out of control for a minute.
because eggs, milk, those were out of control.
Lettuce.
They were out of
It was
control.
$5 for a head of lettuce like about a couple months ago.
Mhm.
A
Even
one
almond milk. I said,
one
I don't
fucking
even
head
drink
of
milk. I
lettuce.
said, well, I had almond milk. Almond milk was high. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it was a little higher, like yeah, because I don't drink milk either, but even almond milk was up.
almond milk was up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Damn, almond. Like what?
Yeah, it's not even real milk. How's that up? It's like,
Damn. Like almond.
yeah.
What? But yeah, I said, but like with a regular person, when the stuff goes up that you need essentials, gas, food, when that stuff goes up, you just have to look and see what you can cut in your other. But okay, I'm gonna cut some of these streaming subscriptions down. I'm gonna cut whatever. You know what I mean? You figure out ways to like reallocate your money because ain't no more money coming in right now. So you guys chop and cut. Okay, if I take away 2% here and add 2% here, take away 3%, like you do that. So I think that that's what needs to be done. I think that budgeting needs to be looked at, and I think that real things need to be done. Another thing that I was going to go along with, like I said, I'm glad you talked about the bulletproof blasting stuff.
Mhm.
I think that on all doors in the classrooms, it should be some sort of like mechanism where like if it's an active shooter thing, it's like should be like some sort of button that's pushed in there. It just makes the door like Fort Knox to try, you know what I mean? Like Fort Knox, like to try to get in from the outside, basically. So not just a regular lock, but like some sort of mechanism that like if I push this button, then it's like the door is like
Yeah.
it's locked. You know what I mean? And you can't bust through it. It takes the jaws of life to bust through it. Basically, you need
Yeah.
heavy artillery to bust through, and then once safe to do so, then you can hit the release, and then you know what I mean. It should be some sort of like weighted thing that comes down where it's like that on every single door in the classroom because that would be a good
Like a
deterrent.
baseball or whatever. Yeah, like that. It's like a
Something like that. It should be something where just you hit that button, and it just slaps it.
and I still want armed security in the school at every
Yeah.
door and like have at least a car like patrolling the outside too. Like so you can see like
Mm-hmm.
suspicious looking motherfuckers that have like a car
Mm-hmm.
like outside that's patrolling around too.
Because it's just getting ridiculous. Like who goes and shoots up a school? Who does like I mean that's just my mind. Like who like these are kids.
And
These are innocent children.
controversial opinion here, but I'm gonna say it is I think if the teachers have a concealed carry license and they're trained, they should be able to carry their gun on campus. It's like a lot of people
That's dicey. Like I don't know if I
like yeah,
that's
like where I stand is like if I'm in that school teaching, I want to be able to and I see an active shooter and shit.
yeah, I mean I get that point, but it's like but all concealed carry people are not created equal. Like some
I'm
people are
saying like
very
you should have
careless.
there should be some kind of like test you have to take. Yeah,
Some
like
people are super careless, and it's like
there should
that's
be
just
some
my
kind of
concern.
test you
It's
gotta take. Yeah.
like you're careful. You're very careful. You're not, you know, you like loaded gun with the safety off, it's laying right. Like, no, some people are just super careless.
Like she went
Some people
like
are.
yeah, it's a stupid cop on TV. I'm not that. You're gonna put the
Yeah,
gun.
some people are super careless, but it's like you have to be like if you are a person who is a person who carries, like you
Have to
have to
prove
be
your
safe.
responsibility. You have to prove like you're
There
responsible.
you go. Be responsible. That's just all I say with that.
I mean,
But I mean, I'm just
if you're not going to put armed security in the school at every door, then like if it's a teacher that carries, why not? That's my thing. Like then put the security in there. That's the next, yeah, like armed security at every door,
my
and
thing that I kept on saying.
outside patrolling.
My thing that I said that they should put in schools, I said the way to solve problems. I would say a way to solve two problems. I was like, if you had people who were like um military people.
Yeah,
Because a
they could
lot of
be your
veterans
armed
are
security. The
unemployed or
military.
underemployed.
They could be your armed security. Your vets. Yeah.
They know how to shoot.
Yep.
If you were in Afghanistan and you know how to shoot. You were
Yeah.
in Iraq, you know how to
Marine
shoot.
marksman. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, unfortunately, like I said, are unemployed, underemployed. Like a lot of them just don't have, and we're supposed to take care of our veterans. We always say, oh, we're America. Take care of your veterans if you're America.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a way where you can solve two problems, where you can get safety in the schools and employ these veterans.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it solves two problems. I think so. That's another way of like allocating those funds, like
So then that's what my
and
that's Oz's plan. Then yeah, if my budget is president, yeah, or as mayor, yeah, I run against Brandon Johnson. That's
President
all
Oz.
Dallas is at. Yeah, in my budget, that's what my what I I'm putting on that is like yeah, like we're gonna add bulletproof glass to every school, and we're gonna have armed security. Like yeah, if he's former vet, yeah, the veterans as armed security, like at every door,
I
every
want the thing on the classrooms. I want the thing I talked about. I want the
and
mechanism,
we do
the
that
the
too. Yeah,
thing where it comes down
add
as some
that
sort of
add that so each
mm-hmm.
class door has this device on it. Yeah,
Because I think that would be a great thing because it's like it'll make it like, and then from the outside you can't get in. You
yeah.
cannot get like it's impossible. Like you basically have to have a tank to get in from the outside. You have to have something with some real force to get in.
But
So even if
shout out the
somebody
police.
is shooting with the AR-15, it's like they can't. It'll just be.
Shout out those Nashville police, like they did their job. Like unfortunately, I did see that part of the video too. The police,
Mhm.
like they went in and got the motherfucker and shit. Yeah, and like shout out, they handled that shit. It's like yeah, they weren't fucking around. Like yeah, they
You
went in,
can't
found them, and then got yeah, like yeah, they
man down.
lit the motherfucker up like a Christmas tree and shit. I was like, yeah, they did their
Yeah.
job. Shout them out. Yeah.
But you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to do that.
Unlike the Uvalde police who stood outside for an hour, these motherfuckers in Nashville, they went in and got that motherfucker.
The crazy thing about that whole Uvalde thing is like when the one mom went in and got her two kids out, and
One,
she was able to go in and get her kids out.
mm-hmm.
But that shows the strength. I always say like nobody is stronger than a parent. Like a parent, like nobody's love is stronger than a parent for their kids. If a parent detects that their child is in danger, a parent will go above and beyond to save their kids. That's just parents become superheroes when they involve their children. They do so.
Mm.
But I mean, I will say this: rest in peace to the victims. Condolences for the families. Let's not politicize it because I saw some things about them
Actually,
talking.
about to mention what you're about to mention. Actually,
Yeah, I'm like stop
yeah,
politicizing it. Let's no.
yeah, I just
I just I'm not
just
gonna
the
say it, but
fact,
I'll just
just
say
the facts
no.
and shit is all I reported.
Just no. Like just if you guys want to
I
know
didn't
what
even
first
mention
of
the
all,
shooter's name and said that's how little I don't even want to publicize
yeah,
that. So yeah,
just no. That's I'm just gonna say that. Just no. Just whenever somebody dies, don't use this as an opportunity to spew your political
push a
bullcrap.
bullshit agenda
No, just
no matter what
no.
side of the fence you're on. Yeah.
Just no. That's what I'll say about that. Just no. I'm tired of seeing kids under the age of 10 being buried. I'm tired of seeing that. Just kids, period. I'm tired of seeing kids go to school, whether it be grade school, high school, colleges, because it's been university shootings. Michigan State, it's been
Yeah.
university shootings. So I'm tired of seeing
Virginia Tech is like, yeah, it's been school shooting.
kids go to school and not come home. And then
There was
even
a
the
shooting
kids,
at NIU, yeah, in DeKalb was one, yeah, it's like
mm-hmm.
some years back,
I
yeah.
remember that. I remember that. And then even kids, and then even for the kids who weren't victims, but the psychological thing now, because now when you're in class, you're like even if you weren't killed or shot or whatever, it's like, but mentally
Even
now,
you weren't nowhere near the shooting. I say you were on the other side of the building, but still
yeah,
the
but mentally now,
traumatized though, yeah.
now you got post traumatic, you got PTSD now from that.
You don't know now you don't want to go to school no more because of that.
So I mean, I just pray for like, everybody's mental state, everybody's mental well being. Like, I mean, let's put out love. Like, I mean, I'm about love. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a lover. I will fight if I'm pushed. I would say that I'll fight if I'm pushed. But I'm a love. I'm most definitely a lover. I'm a lover for real.
And you saw before you wrap it up, you saw this the dude convicted of killing Heidi Pendleton. This motherfucker's getting a new trial and shit. You saw it? Did you see that story and shit?
No.
Yeah. That's why I say tough on crime. That's what I'm about.
Why?
Because it said that his confession was improperly extracted during this. Like I said, you sympathizing with the killers and shit. Like
This child who was what 15 at the time. This
Yeah,
child was 15. She was
honor,
shot and killed
honor student.
right by where our grandparents' old house was.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's why they named that park after her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now you getting a new trial because because of a
This is sweet
technicality.
kid. She was an honor student.
Yeah.
Sweet kid.
Yeah,
Okay, like that's
if this motherfucker gets acquitted and shit, I want to see the uprise over that and shit. If if this motherfucker gets out and shit, yeah. And that's what I'm
do
talking
better.
about. And we do a tie full circle, and that's what I'm talking about when I say tough on crime. It's like I don't
Do
sympathize with
better.
motherfuckers like him and shit. Yeah, fuck him.
My advice I'll leave you guys with is do better, make better choices. If you see some crap is that way, go this way. don't do. I want to do. Go the other way. It ain't worth it.
Thanks.
Cooler heads will prevail.
But ready to wrap up another damn podcast.
Yes.
Episode
Yes.
305.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot in on this one. You want to support us, you know what to do. Give us a like. Straighten my shirt out, looking all crusty. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talk about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha? YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me. Also, happy birthday going out to Lil Khalil. Do your thing, man.
You. And you can check me at MSIMH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com. Happy 5th birthday!
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.